Hello, I'm Kevin from the YouTube channel Haunted by Horror. First off, I'd like to say a huge thank you to Lucard for organizing this festive horror gathering. I want to remind you to check out the channels of all the creators involved in this collaboration. Each of them brings their own unique passion and perspective to the horror genre, and their content is definitely worth subscribing to. While A Christmas Story may have more broad marketing appeal, it's another Christmas film that shares the same director that really gets me in the spirit. The director, of course, is Bob Clark, and the film is the 1974 classic Black Christmas. I've spoken about Black Christmas before on my channel, and I would be shocked if no one else in this collab has chosen this film as their favorite. But there's a reason that it's so often brought up in discussions of Christmas horror films. It's one of the most groundbreaking films in horror cinema, arguably the best Christmas horror movie ever made, and possibly one of the best horror movies of all time in general. The film has a simple yet sinister premise. During the holiday season, a group of sorority girls receive anonymous, threatening phone calls. What unfolds from this setup is an expertly crafted horror experience that balances mystery, suspense, and shocking violence, all while maintaining a unique sense of claustrophobic unease. Black Christmas has a depth to its characters that's unusual for slasher films, especially for the time period. The film treats its protagonists, primarily female, with respect and agency. Margot Kidder's portrayal of Barb, my favorite character in the film, elevates what could have easily been a one-dimensional stereotype into a layered and memorable character. Barb's sharp wit, brash humor, and self-destructive tendencies could have rendered her little more than the archetypical party girl, but Kidder's nuanced performance brings depth and humanity to the role. She speaks her mind and exhibits a level of agency uncommon for female characters in horror films at the time. Her dialogue is often provocative and witty, and her defiance of conventional expectations contributes to a nuanced portrayal, making her more than just comic relief or a victim in waiting. Kidder imbued Barb with a charisma that makes her unforgettable, allowing her to stand out as a complex and compelling figure in a film that already boasts a strong ensemble cast. And Jess, the lead character played by Olivia Hussey, the film's final girl, is complex, intelligent, and nuanced. Her strength and decision-making abilities make her a captivating and relatable figure, especially when contrasted with the typical horror movie stereotypes of the era, and even today. Jess's decision to have an abortion serves as a powerful statement about a woman's right to choose. The film doesn't shy away from portraying the pressures women face from patriarchal figures who attempt to control their decisions, a theme that continues to resonate in light of ongoing debates around reproductive rights. Jess's boyfriend, Peter, intensifies the tension with his increasingly possessive and erratic behavior, particularly concerning her decision to terminate her pregnancy. His insistence that she abandon her aspirations and conform to his vision of their future creates a volatile dynamic, adding layers of emotional conflict to the film. This tension not only underscores the broader themes of autonomy and control, but also heightens the suspense, as Peter's unhinged reactions and threatening demeanor position him as a prime suspect in the murders. The film skillfully combines horror with social commentary, and its exploration of gender dynamics remains strikingly relevant today. Issues surrounding women's rights, reproductive autonomy, and societal expectations of women are still at the forefront of cultural and political discourse, and this film serves as a masterclass in how to weave cultural and political messaging into horror effectively. By focusing on the strength, resilience, and complexity of its female characters, the film conveys powerful themes of empowerment and independence through action and nuance rather than explicit dialogue. While the protagonists of the film are given considerable depth, the film also refuses to humanize its antagonist, known only as Billy. By never fully revealing Billy's motives or even his face, the film maintains an aura of mystery and dread that makes the terror all the more potent. When watching the film, it's easy to see the huge influence it had on films like Halloween, Friday the 13th, and even Scream. Its pioneering use of POV shots, unsettling phone calls, and the final girl trope laid the groundwork for the slasher genre as we know it. It pioneered many of the tropes and stylistic choices that would later become standard in the genre, making it not only a quintessential Christmas horror film, but also a landmark in horror cinema. For me, Black Christmas epitomizes everything that makes horror such a captivating genre. It's a movie that respects its characters, tells a terrifying story without sacrificing nuance, and is unafraid to delve into uncomfortable thematic territory. Its blend of psychological horror, complex characters, and groundbreaking cinematography creates an experience that's just as haunting today as it was upon its release. The film is an emotional roller coaster, balancing suspense with dread in a way that few movies ever achieve. Ultimately, it stands as a testament to the power of horror done well. It's one of my personal favorites and a reminder of why I love horror.